Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning. I want to hear voices, right? Good morning, everyone. Just chat.
Yes, sir. You're loud and clear, sir.
Okay, great. So let me just share my screen. Yeah, good morning, Shrikant. Good morning, Pramila. Let's begin the show. Can everyone see my screen? Kanaya, Krishan? Visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Yeah. So everyone, let's begin. Certified financial planner. Why one should become a certified financial planner? So each and every one, the participants who are here, I can see more than 130, 40 participants who are here today. I think every one of us, of you who are here, wants to understand what's in store for you. What can we provide you as an education provider? So let's begin the journey. CFP, Certified Financial Planner. Friends, this is the gold standard certification in personal finance, and it has the highest credibility. Trust me on that. One of the most comprehensive designations for client-facing roles. If someone wants to get into wealth management, someone wants to service HNIs and wants to, even service clients from different geographies, right? NRIs, they do know CFP. They have heard of it in their native countries from where they are currently based or they are domiciled. Friends, this is an international certification offered by the FPSB board USA. It's an American board. It's an American designation that one can get hold of it. I got it in last year. This certification, friends, is valid in 27 countries. So yes, all the leading geographies which have the leading ones in terms of GDP, in terms of the growth aspects, in terms of the largest economies, have their own respective CFP practices within the respective countries. India has one FPSB board. India manages the show in India, and we all are obligated to the board to practice as per the standard and the ethics requirements. Once you get your CFP, just like a CA is, you can put the CFP CM designation or the logo along with your name. So it gives you a designation. It's a certification which provides you, friends, a designation. You get a license to, is my voice, somebody has just, mentioned, is my voice clear or is there any issues in that, please?
It's clear, sir.
Okay. Okay, great. So as I was saying that you get, one is you get the one is that you get a designation along with it after you complete this certification. So you can add that with your name and it means something, definitely, which we'll discuss today. A person who's done this course, who gets the CFP certification, has gone through strict, rigorous testing, which the board does through the levels, and to certify that, yes, this is the person who has all the skill sets which is required to become a financial planner who can be the best person to handle the clients, the personal finance business of clients. It's not, the journey does not end once you get your CFP designation, friends. The attachment with the board continues. We have to, on an annual basis, we have to upgrade ourselves. We have to renew our licenses. So we need 15 CPD points on an annual basis, for which we are provided. The board helps us in terms of they send us periodic journals. We have to attend webinars. So the connect is there. The reason for the connect to be there is so that each and every CFP who's practicing in India is up to date in terms of the service quality, in terms of the knowledge base, in terms of the skill sets. So that one is not much different from the other in terms of the skill sets. Top choice of the BFSI sector. Someone wants to get into BFSI space, CFP, and wants to get into personal finance. Yes, CFP is the designation and or the certification that one should go for. And of course, you can become a financial entrepreneur. It's not that only you have to look at a corporate job side of things. You can set up your own firm. You can, upgrade yourself. We will discuss those things, how CFP would probably be helping in my further slides. But yes, you can certainly take up a license from SEBI as an RIA, registered investment advisor, and set up your own firm. You can add your clients if you like making clients. That is and you feel that you have the skill set in terms of convincing clients, getting business. Be a financial entrepreneur, set up your own firm, become an RIA. Nothing is going to stop you on that. Of course, the initial years would be in any kind of a business or any kind of a venture you go. The initial few years are they take the real. That's the real stroll that you have to do. But rest, of course, trust me on that you will. Once you get at least 50 to 100 clients, you will have your system set up and you will have incomes coming in for you. So that's basically kind of you can have your own practice, you can have your own firms. I dream of having my own firm after another 10 years or so. So that's again is my plan that I wanted to do it. And as I was telling you, friends, rigorous testing happens at all the four. There are 4 levels in CFP. So rigorous testing is happening. Why is it required? Friends, it's the time of upskilling. We've seen how the tech space, you need to upgrade so soon. Financial sector, again, that this is the need of the hour. If people want to be relevant in their own firms, in their skill sets that they've earned. I am an MBA finance, but I need an upgrade. Yes, because it's been pretty long. And it requires us we have to upskill ourselves. Otherwise, you'll be on the losing end, right? So you get it gives you the credential. Highest credential when it comes to when you put a CFP designation along with you, you have a highest credential in terms of personal finance. It's a professional designation. It's a professional certification, friends. People understand that, yes, you are the master of your field. In this field, this is the gold certification. You are the master. So it's time that upskilling happens. It's time that, it's going to be, because anyone who joins CFP, it's going to be a journey. When I say a journey, it means you have to put in your time, you have to put in your effort, you have to put in, energy, your intelligence into actually working on all the 4 levels, solving numericals, understanding theoretical concepts, understanding different, lot of things which will be bombarded to you. So you have to understand all of them, then to actually excel in them and prove yourself that, yes, you are the one who should be given this certification, this international global certification by the fpsb board India. So that is something that has to be informed. You have to put in the hard work, the labor to get this designation. And trust me, it's a journey. Each and every one of my friends, me and my friends who played CFP, all of us have a journey of ours for this particular course. So all this that I'm explaining you in terms of CFP, what does it help? It helps us to improve our career prospects. Yes, this is one way in financial. If somebody who's interested in, from a financial career, he wants to get into personal finance, he wants to get into wealth management, he wants to handle clients, he wants to get into, let's say, financial planning, make the complete 360 holistic financial plans. So all that comes through when you pursue this course. Let's go to the next slide, friends. So as I was saying, what are the career options? Where are you standing today? If you are a student, friends, you are a student, you are in graduation right now. This course will probably give you a good career when you want to get into a career option. It gives you a very good entry point. Your journey is going to be different. Your ladder of success is going to be, trust me, friends, different from the other people, your colleagues who were in the same college. This designation adds value because the ultimate aim, you will be trained to add value to your clients. So there'll be a differentiation in terms of how you handle people and how your colleagues from your college, from your neighbors are handling because they've not have this designation and you have it. For working professionals, how does it help? Upskilling oneself. I am an MBA finance, friends. I have equity research experience, but personal finance, no experience. I was not trained much on time value of money or financial planning and all those retirement planning. So that was nowhere there. None of the skill sets were there with me. So I had to upskill myself to get into all these avenues, all these verticals of all of these verticals, friends, are different. They're different businesses in itself. You can set up your own shops based on this. So working professionals, as I was saying, upskilling, faster job growth, more job opportunities. You're right now into once you are an RM, you can upskill yourself to get a CFP, you can get into wealth management, you can get into handling HNIs. How do you crack discussions with HNI? It doesn't come that way. CFP helps you do that. Because it brings in that credibility that yes, if I'm speaking to this gentleman today, he will more probably than not bring in more value. Friends, we've even seen this. I'll tell you, this is the way that I have felt it personally, and this is the thing that it's been there. That your longevity with the client, your engagement with the client is much longer for a CFP pass out for someone who's a certified financial planner versus a non-certified financial planner. So your longevity, your relation with the client is extended for years and years. So he will think many times before he wants to move out from you, because one is you are providing that kind of a value and you have to provide that value. See, it's a cutthroat competition, friends. The more amount of effort you put in when you are pursuing your CFP. So as I said, you have to put in your time, your effort, your intelligence, hard work, everything has to go into CFP. So the more you do that, the more credibility will come out and the more the clients will, and you will have more longevity with the clients. Secondly, friends, I call it the LTV. How much business can you get from each client? You will find that once you in the process only, when you are in your level, you are in level 1, level 2, your discussion, your topics, your thought process widens, your horizon widens a lot based on that, because you're reading a lot, you're actually understanding a lot of concepts. You are understanding the nitty-gritties of personal finance. So then, the business increases per person wise, per client wise. You will find that they are more interested to actually give you more business. Because you are adding more verticals in your own, if you have your own firm, you can add more verticals into it, more business verticals, which will certainly give you more money. Or when you are working with a corporate, your thought process itself will be more interesting for people to talk to you, to try to take guidance. Even if, that is not giving you business today, but trust me, friends, they will come back to you because they spoke to you today. And if you're providing the differentiation, yes, they will probably note that down and they'll come someday when they require it. For finance practitioners, as I was saying, people who have their own firms, mutual fund distributors, you can add verticals because you will be trained on so many different topics, which is retirement planning, taxation, risk management, complete financial planning, investment planning. So all those things you can add verticals. I have a slide I'll show you. For retired professionals, friends, I have people who were in my batches, retired people joining CFP. I asked them, what is the reason why you're joining? They said, firstly, we have X amount of money. I don't have a pension coming in. I want to understand, how do I manage it? How do I manage my money? Because this is if it doesn't grow or if it doesn't remain stable, I'm eating out of it on a monthly basis, the monthly household expenses which I require, right? It will end someday. What if I live longer? So those are the things which people, I remember coming to joining CFP when I was in one of the batches. The second thing is a second career option. A lot of people actually want to go for a second career after they finish. They think, yeah, I should go for more of, and you tend to, in second careers option, you don't want that 9 to 6 kind of a job. You want more of a consulting kind of a thing, that people should either speak to me on phone or Zoom call, or they just come to my office and I do work for them, rather than me going every day diligently all 5 days or 6 days of the week. So that's not a kind of a thing. So I want to be more on consulting. The retired people think that, if I want to just shut it for some days, I want to actually go for my holiday, my annual trip. So I should not be bogged on that I have to complete my work at office. So then a second career option for retired professionals, teachers, upskilling, getting into personal finance training, friends. So that really helps. You can become a guest faculty. I became a guest faculty I was invited after a completion of my CFP. So yes, again, an additional income source for me. So that's again, so these are the kind of, CFP tries to address each and everyone's concerns, from students to working professionals to uh, to practitioners, to professionals retired, to teachers, to people. These days, new opportunities are coming in. You can become bloggers, you can become, you can, have your YouTube videos on personal finance. A lot of people are doing it. We'll discuss that as well. So let's go to the next slide, friends. Another very, very, very interesting and one of the USPs of CFP is that it helps you learn, understand about behavioral finance and behavioral biases. Understand the point, friends. There is some psychology also attached to how the clients behave when they give business to you, when they don't give business to you. How do they actually make their investments? Do they have kind of inherent fears? They've heard their parents making losses, or those kind of things, right? CFP, friends, the Certified Financial Planner boards, the FPSB India board, the FPSB US Colorado board, and all the boards that I know the CFP board US, they are, friends, the bellwether of when it comes to psychology of finance. They are independent. There is independent research happening at the US board that I'm aware of that, and they come up with, they try to find out what are the reasons. Why do people behave in a particular way? Why does investments happen in a particular way? There are so many research articles that come on this. The psychology of personal finance is a 6-volume book. It's actually a research paper which has been written by the CFP board US. So they do actual research on psychology of finance, on psychology of behavioral finance. FPSB board India has recently introduced the investment psychology as part of our practice standards. So we have our own practice standards. Recently in the month of April, they upgraded them, saying we have to also look at this perspective of from the side of what is the investor's psychology, to actually being, able to coach them, to make them understand. You would find clients coming to you at times that, we are getting jittery because the markets are not performing. I'm not making money out of it. What do I do? People are making money, I'm making losses. So our point is also to, coach them. So certain biases you would be aware, herd mentality. My friend did that. My friend bought into Bitcoin. I bought Bitcoin. Why did you buy Bitcoin? Does it really match your asset risk profile or asset allocation the way you want it? You are a 50-year-old guy. Why do you want Bitcoins right now? Better get prepared for your retirement. I mean, just play a little safe here, because you need money. You need monthly cash flows. So then the other thing is, again, friends, loss aversion. See, it's psychology that I learned about it when I was doing CFP, is that, the pleasure from gain personally is lesser than the pain from loss. So you would find your loss, we always have a habit of, enlarging our losses. And compared to gains, yeah, I'll just keep it to myself. Why should I even share? Why should I or I might just share a little. I might not be blabbering too much about it. Right? So this is something that, again, which CFP teaches you, friends. And this is something that, as these are the kind of USPs which you should be having, which you should develop when you go to speak to clients. These are your tools of success. They help you, break the ice, talk to him, give him a little sense of these things, that you understand his psychology. You understand, you've been trained on this. Other advisors are not. Nobody else is, actually, not even a CA in India. Let's go to the next slide, friends. As I was saying, this is not only, friends, restricted to a mutual fund distributor. I've just kept it at an MFD, but for any other advisor, someone who's an insurance advisor, who's an MFD, who's into retirement advisor, you can probably become a retirement advisor with PFRDA, right? And you can go to different corporates to hold sessions. For every one of them, friends, what does CFP hold in place? I took an example of an MFD. See, here, as you see, you can add more verticals. Why only get restricted to the mutual fund business? Why not? CFP will guide you, will train you. Maybe set up a vertical on retirement planning. You're doing specific retirement planning, both at the accumulation and the distribution stage. People at 59, 58, 60, 58, 60, 63, 65, they'll be coming to you. that this is the corpus we have, this is what we could generate. Please let us know how can we manage it better. How can I generate, what kind of an income I can generate? Can I generate an income which will be sustaining? Can I also give charity? What do I do with all of this? Retirement is the one way you can address those concerns of people. Tax planning, friends. Each and every investment product has a taxation angle. As a CFP, friends, when I have to advise my clients, I have to see this. I have to keep in mind that it should not happen that at the time of exit, he is being taxed very heavily. He will never come back to me. He'll say, no, my knowledge is incomplete. I purposely asked you for a tax efficient product. So this is something, friends, that I have to have a look at. Risk planning, insurance, people who are mutual fund distributors, they don't have a insurance practice, but then doing it scientifically, not only just selling the insurance product. Somebody comes to me, says, I want a 50 lakh term plan. Do I just go and sell it as a CFP? No, sir, nothing doing like that. I'll try to understand. I'll try to ask him. I'll try to calculate. I'll try to estimate his human life value. I'll try to see what does he earn right now? How many years of it? What is his dependency? His spouse, how many children, how many kids does he have? How does he want to, what are the main goals that he is responsible for? Only then I will do, and that is mathematically, friends. It's been designed scientifically, but I'll do it at the end of the day. I'll get a mathematical number saying, so this is the gap I can see, and this is the amount of insurance you should be taking. So I give, rather than just giving, just giving jargon or just mentioning about the product, I'm giving him value in terms of, sir, this is the gap. Okay, you don't take it today. If it is 2 crores, don't take it today. Fine, you are short of funds or you want to think about it. But at least that I'm giving him the message that somewhere there is risk which you are taking. You have some risk. Every person has a risk attached to it, a personal risk attached. Estate planning, friends. Yes, a very good vertical. Why not? It's a new thing in the business. HNIs love speaking about estate planning. Trust structures, my favorite topics when I was doing CFP. How do you design a trust? How do you set up a trust? So this is something that you can add more verticals, and plus, along with this, friends, change in the approach. Not only the approach from product to product, client and product. I'm not here to just link the client and the product. I have to find out the need. What is the need? What is the goal? So goal-based planning. Change the, the need of the hour, friends, is to change the thought process. Business will not come in with the existing thought process of only matching the client. Client comes, whatever the best product is, give it to him. No, that doesn't work these days. People are so much they're reading on the net. They're aware of a lot of things. You have to add value. CFP helps you do that. 360-degree holistic financial plan. Design a financial plan for a client. Find out all the top goals. Discuss with him. Speak to him about. Decide which are the top goals that he wants to succeed, who wants to fund for. And then guide him on that. You might be charging a PRA or you might be taking commissions. That's all fine. It's all part of it. But the larger message is do goal-based plan and change the communication, saying from a advisor or from an insurance advisor, from an MFD, now we are a personal financial planner. We are planners. Everything comes between planning only. Everything is actually planning, right? So this is something is the need of the hour, friends. Upskilling is required. You have to do it. You don't do it today, you might lose on it, right? And it is certainly important for people who are in corporate jobs. They are into one aspect of the thing, only doing the selling mutual funds or maybe wealth managing, but only mutual funds. Why not retirement? Why not tax? Why not risk? Be much upskilled. Give your company the idea that you can do a lot more. You will get growth. Who stops you to get growth? They will see that you can get more business out of you, right? You can be sent on more client-facing roles. Top-notch people in the industry you can be sent to, because yes, you know how to crack things. You are aware of a lot of other things which another advisor is not. So, of course, let's go to the next slide, friends. Here, I've just tried to, give you a sense of corporates is one thing, financial entrepreneurs. So once you complete a CFP, friends, you've got 2 ways of doing it. As I'm saying, RIA, yes, you can take a license from SEBI. You can become an RIA. The second is I'm calling it as an MFD plus. MFD plus means MFD with the CFP CM. He has a CFP designation along. He's taken the designation. He's worked for it. He's got the certification. So how is the differentiation? I'm just talking about, the revenue service model here. It's up to you. What do you want to decide? Everything is there. You want to go for becoming a financial entrepreneur, setting up your own firm, or you want to work for corporates. the show is open, friends. Advisory fees. Yes, RIA, I'm allowed to, charge a fee for my advice. They, of course, but there is a limit to that. 1.25 lakhs is the annual I can charge to a client, or up to 2.5% of the assets under advice. But this is fixed for 1 year. It's like I cannot change it in the between that I see the client coming with 2 CR kind of a cash flow saying I want to invest it. So I can't just do it. I can't change it in between. But yes, for an annual basis, of course, the next year, next 1st April, I'll change it, saying your corpus is bigger, so I will probably be happy to charge you 2.5% rather than a flat fee of 1.25 lakhs. So this is something I can do. For a MFD, no, you can't charge. SEBI doesn't allow MFDs or MFD plus advisors. As advisors which are non-RIA, we are not allowed to charge advisory fee. But of course, we cannot even call ourselves advisor. But yes, the business is still there. Wealth, you can't call yourself that, but you may continue to render service. Everybody is doing it, friends. A lot of my friends who are MFDs, they're doing it. They've taken their CFP designations. They're trying to give better value to the clients and trying to increase the longevity of the relationship with the clients. So product commissions, brokerages, RIAs are not allowed, friends. Strictly not allowed. It is checked from the back end. Main earnings for an MFD plus is based on the commissions, both new as well as trail, selling regular plans, NFOs. Earning marketing fee, strictly not allowed for an RIA, but for an MFD plus, yes, part of the earnings. New fund offers comes, they get better commissions. Cap on maximum earnings, friends. Yes, and SEBI RIA, yes, as I told you, right, 1.25 lakh or 2.5%. But in case of an MFD plus, you don't have a cap as long as the client has got funds and you are investing it for him and you are getting commissions. There is as such no limit on that, but it's of course dependent upon how much funds per client is ready to invest with you. For providing the investment advice, yes, you have to sign an agreement. It's an agreement you have to sign. And that kind of an agreement, friends, you will get a hang of it when you are in level 4. The case study submission to the board, it does have a first page is basically the agreement, 2 or 3 pages, in fact, which speaks about all the terms and conditions. What are your responsibilities? What are the client's responsibilities to give you the right data? Otherwise, there is no, garbage in, garbage out thing if you don't get the right data or you don't get it timely. So that you will get a hang of when you do level 4, when you have to submit the financial plan to the board. Annual audit requirements, yes. They will be checking. There'll be an audit requirement. It doesn't cost you too much. It's I think 15K or something is what is the standard practice in the industry right now. But majorly, the SEBI wants to understand that yes, you are doing KYCs of all your clients. You've done that. So every client KYC is being done. Investment thesis is being given to them in a mail or maybe in a printed format. And of course, the client communication. So they also want you to an RIA to record their communications with the client, so that client, it actually is a way of safeguarding. Client tomorrow cannot come and say, I did not tell this and this was done for me. For an RIA, for an MFD plus, friends, there is no cap, there is no requirement of any agreement, because we are actually advising the clients and helping him invest his money through regular plans, right? No audit requirements. So SEBI is per se not very much concerned on how does an RIA or how does an MFD plus operate. But yes, they certainly do a backdoor check that no advisory fee per se is being charged by from the client. So this is a larger sense of the revenue service model. Just to give you a sense of, if you want to become a financial entrepreneur, what is the current state of the industry in India? Let's go to the next slide. Achha, friends, I gave you a little sense of CFP. So I'm trying to bring in 1 or 2 case studies now in front of you. They're very interesting. And of course, I will touch upon the huge amount of kind of opportunities which are there in personal finance and what is in store for the CFP. See, friends, I'm sure many of you must be aware the way the mutual fund industry is growing in India. The AUM, the sensitization which came in post-COVID, and the way people actually started thinking about mutual funds as a real serious investment opportunity. 6 lakh crores was the AUM in 2012. There was a 6 times growth. to almost 39 lakh crores was in 2023, and the expectation, friends, is 90 lakh crores by 2030. So what does it lead for everyone, each one of us who are in the financial space? Huge opportunities, right? And this will not come so easy as what came from 6 to 39. It is not going to come that easy, friends, because there's a lot of changes in the way the industry works these days. You need to be a little more technology pro, right? There's going to be better, yes, of course, the expectation is there'll be better geographical diversity in terms of tier 2, tier 3 cities, right? So, of course, people who are from tier 2, tier 3, they wanted to pursue CFP. Yes, they do have a business option. They can set up their own practice. And client profile, friends, is going to change the clients these days, they want more value added. So from 39 to 90, you will have to become, people in the industry have to upskill themselves to get this kind of a humongous business. Otherwise, you're going to be on the losing end. So yes, opportunity is there, but we need to know the right tricks of how do we play with it. But friends, a very big concern that came into this is that more than 50% of the units which were purchased by investors in regular funds are being redeemed both the years 2021, 22 and 22, 23. SEBI has noted it as in one of the drafts. It said that more than 50% is being taken up. Right? We do know, as I showed you, that the industry is increasing, the AUMs are increasing. So it means it's actually a churning of it happening. Or maybe they are doing wrong asset allocation. They're taking out the money, and after once the requirement is complete, they are reinvesting it. The sensitization is there, but they're not doing it properly, right? And only 3%, more or less 3% of the units bought are being continued more than 5 years. So actual wealth creations to mutual fund is still a long way. People have started investing, but that's not happening, right? Yeah. So what went wrong? As I said, friends, mismatch of financial goal and asset allocation. People understood that yes, mutual funds se fayda hoga, right? They've started using DIY platforms, but they don't have an emergency fund right now. When they require, they think selling mutual funds is the right way of doing it, because if they've got a return only, then they're going to sell it. But that's not the right way, right? You're earning returns, friends. Clients, people who are investing this way, they're earning returns, but they're not creating wealth. Mutual funds is not like trading of stocks. It's for actually creating of wealth, long-term wealth, right? Long-term, medium-term to long-term wealth is what is supposed to be created, right? Herd mentality. My friend sold it, I should also sell it. Why should I do it, right? Proper risk profiling has not been done because the investor has invested into mutual funds in mid caps or small caps, but he's jittery. He doesn't understand the play of the equity markets. So as a CFP, I can certainly add those values to my clients. I can sensitize them that equity is for medium to long term. It is, the returns are going to be variable, but inflation beating returns in the long term, trust me, only equities provide that, right? So that sensitization, that information has to come in. Only an advisor and a CFP can provide that, who's knowledgeable, who's been trained on this, right? The clients are losing on the power of compounding. They do not understand what is the power of compounding. How does wealth, people might be earning a lot of money, but they might not be really that wealthy, right? Earning is one thing, creating wealth is different, right? Asset allocation in line with the goals. So that is something which the CFP has to do. And of course, I told you about behavioral finance and financial literacy to the clients has to continue. That's an ongoing job. So again, one thing, friends, how does the CFP, let's take out one of the most common goals for everyone, me and you and everyone who's sitting here, is the retirement goal. Each one of us has to retire someday, right? So how does the CFP look at retirement versus the non-CFP advisor? So for a CFP, friends, he will not straight away go and ask him how much income, how much money do you require? A non-CFP advisor but just discuss on mutual, okay, kitna chahiye? 50 lakhs is okay for you. Okay, fine. Let us invest for you for 50 lakhs. But for a CFP, friends, I would go by, I'll try to understand how does he live right now? What are his current HHE, right? And how does he want to maintain it? Most people, they do not want to take out, it should not be that they want to live similar kind of lives post-retirement. Little cut on that, but there's of course 20-30% cut, but not more than that, right? They want to lead a very peaceful life, right? So I'll try to, as a CFP, I'll try to understand that. I'll try to understand whether they want to donate to society. So I'll make provisions for that. I'll try to convert his thoughts into a smart goal, right? I'll ask him the timeline. Of course, an advisor will also ask, "Ki aap retire kab ho rahe ho?" That's there. But of course, I'll try to, why will I do it is, my main aim is to understand the asset allocation that I need to do for it, right? I'll do a risk profile assessment to see whether he is conservative, moderate, or high risk taker. I'll send him a questionnaire. I'll try to sit with him for meetings. Non-CFP advisors don't do that, right? I will consider inflation, right? That, of course, every 10 years you have the kind of inflation we've seen in India, right? So then he might not, my provision, if I don't factor in inflation, might not meet his requirements. I will factor in that. I will try to, based on all of this, I'll try to create an asset. I'll try to create asset allocation. I'll explain him all of that. Why am I doing it? Why am I keeping gold as 10%? Some reason for that, right? But for a non-CFP advisor, friends, it's just mutual discussion. Okay, what do you want? Are you fine? Okay, we're reasonably taking equity. I'll put some in debt. But there's no standard scientific way of doing it, friends. Then my job, friends, does not end once we have decided mutually on what is supposed to be done for retirement goal. I will be doing periodic rebalancing. Even if the markets are very high, right? And he's made a good amount of money. Whatever equity allocation is there, I'll rebalance it because it's a long haul. Wealth needs to be created. It should not happen that his exposure to equity becomes so high that if there is a drastic correction, there's a major hit, because retirement is something he needs money. He cannot borrow from anyone or beg to anyone, right? He wants to lead an independent life. And risk management, of course. I will see to it. I might use bucket strategy. So you will learn about, how do you implement a bucket strategy for retirement? Everything is there in the CFP course. Nobody else does it. We do it, right? So this is something is all about this. My presentation on what is in store in CFP. How does it apply to each one of you who's sitting here who wants to really make that big move in the personal finance space. So now, friends, I'll share details about the CFP program at ISOFP. I think we've discussed already about, but I just want to mention one very important point here, friends, that it's not that there's just one certificate that you get. In CFP, this is a very unique thing whereby when you complete each level, you get an individual certificate, which is valid, which is really valid in the industry. If you complete level 1, you get an investment planning specialist certificate, right? So level 2, you get a retirement tax planning specialist certificate. So of course, you don't have to wait for the entire CFP journey to complete and to get that CFP designation to actually start your business and do something. Once you have investment planning specialist, you can certainly start talking to people, started advising. Yes, you've learned a lot of things, and that is there, right? This is, as I said, this is valid in 27 countries, right? CWM might not be, right? And the other thing is, friends, it does not take very, very long to complete it. 8 to 10 months is the maximum time. Or you can, of course, take 1 or 2 months, of course, for as per your personal planning is concerned. But that's about it. I mean, it's not a very lengthy course. There is another option where you can do it much quicker. But I will talk about the challenge, which is known as the challenge pathway, but I'll speak about it in the next slides. Okay. So what is the requirement, friends? One just needs to be 10+2 and he's 18+. You can join CFP. I have a youngster, I think he's just completed his graduation. He became a CFP along with me, right? So then there is no restriction on streams or percentages. Typically what you would find in, if you have to get admission in Delhi University, 90%+, right? But not here. All they want is that you should be 18 years of age. But of course, for the final certificate, friends, there is a requirement. You have to be a minimum graduate. If you are in second year and you've completed CFP, and you'll have to wait because they need minimum graduate plus some years of experience, 3 years of experience in the BFSI space. If you don't have that, of course, there's a provision that 1 year of supervised articleship training under a CFP. We can help you get that so that once you've done your graduation, along with this 1 year of articleship, you get your designation, you get your certification with you. What is the structure? I was just explaining it. I'll go in detail right now. 4 levels. So there's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. In total, there are 10 modules distributed over these 4 levels. The final level, friends, is one of the most interesting things which is there, whereby you will have to, the board wants each and every CFP who wants to become a CFP to actually make a financial plan and submit it to them. So this plan needs to be approved before you sit for your final level 4 exam. Trust me, friends, this is not a cut, copy, paste kind of a project like we used to do in MBA, right? I have a presentation day after tomorrow. I'm just looking at a couple of them and I'm doing it. No, nothing doing. It's a live case study. It is uniquely made for each batch. And then you will not find any information on Google, no other sources. Proprietary, CFP's proprietary is to make that financial plan. So you will have to work hard throughout your 3 levels to be able to, be ready to create. Because actually, if you want to start up a firm and you want to make financial plans, you want to go for making financial plans for clients, holistic financial plans, then this is something, this is the start, right? And then assessment, as I was saying, I am again just trying to repeat, you have examinations and certification at each level, no negative markings. All the exams are MCQs in this case. We don't have to write lengthy answers here, right? Exams for level 1 to 3 happen every month. So this is something on the program structure. Now I want to talk about a little about the curriculum piece, friends. Level 1, there are 3 modules, personal financial management, friends. So what does personal financial management hold? Here you will learn how to make a budget. How do you plan an emergency fund, right? How do you plan an emergency fund? So how do you create a surplus, right? How do you actually, try to manage cash flows? And then time value of money, the greatest USP of no limitations, Shashikanji. So the greatest USP of CFP is the understanding, the in-depth understanding of the time value of money, the compounding function. I am an MBA finance. It was just, maybe a 20-minute kind of a session was only there in my 2 years program. But here, this is done in depth. This is the base of understanding how does value create, right? Investment planning, asset management, friends. It is more about, you will understand, you will be taught about all the financial products which are there in India right now and globally. Along with that, what are the different asset classes, right? How do you define the risk profile of a client, and how do you design asset allocation based on that? Portfolio rebalancing, periodic portfolio rebalancing strategies. So all that is something which is you're going to learn in investment planning and asset management, and more on that. I've just mentioned few of those things. Third is, friends, regulatory environment, legal compliance. You see, friends, we work in the financial industry. There are regulatory bodies, SEBI, IRDA, PFRDA, everybody's there. So we have to follow certain, standards, and we have to follow certain regulations. Compliance requirements are there, so we have to follow them. So that is also, you will get an understanding of that in the module 3. Level 2, friends, retirement planning and tax planning. I was telling you, retirement planning is the number 1 and the most important critical goal for each one of us. How do you do the accumulation stage? What do you do there? How do you accumulate funds? How do you guide clients to do that? What are the strategies? As well as how do you design the distribution strategies? Is something you will do in the retirement planning. Tax planning, as I said, each and every stage, product wise. So you should, once you're done with CFP, you will be able to, when you see a product, you will know what is the taxation angle of this. How do can I tell my client about this based on his risk profile or not? What does happen in case of this kind of a product? So tax planning, you will learn about all the 5 heads of incomes, right? How capital gains, especially the major thing is capital gains for any client. They're going to sell things. They want to save a lot of taxes, 54, 54F, 54B. So you will be pro on all of the taxation angles of it, right? But only the personal finance side of it, not the corporate side of it. CFP is focused on personal finance. CFP level 3, friends, risk management, insurance gap analysis. I was mentioning to you, I mentioned it earlier, right? Scientifically designed, mathematically proven. What is the gap? Human life value calculations. How are the products designed? How do you get the returns on the products? You will learn, you will understand the back end, how the product designing happens. What does actually happen in case of insurance products? Estate planning. All clients, each one of us, we are slogging hard, we're working hard, we're making assets for our future generations, for our next generations. Shouldn't it be a job to, it is a disservice if it does not go smoothly to them. So how do you do that? How do you design that? How can you make gifts? Can you design trust structures? Can you do it for us? There's a special need child of a client. Can I design a structure? Can a trust structure for that? Yes, you will be trained skills to how to do that. You will understand the concepts there. So estate planning is extremely important and a very new, relevant. It's a new thing because India mein bahut estate planning people don't do it. They don't write wills. We don't have a very much culture of doing that, right? So this is something that is new, and people are actually having the entire their business is only about estate planning. They're only estate planning specialists. People who are lawyers, very good business model to do a CFP along with law, and you can set up your firm which is specific on estate plan. A lot of business comes from that. HNIs. The final level, friends, financial planning process, engaging clients, developing financial plans. See, I told you about the case study submission that has to be capstone project. We call it the capstone project. And then you go for the final exam, which is CFP final. And once you clear it, you get the certification, right? So there are 4 certifications typically that you get throughout your journey as you go on clearing it. Learning outcomes. Friends, I think we've discussed about the skill sets, career ready, banking, financial services, friends, tax advisory firms, brokerage houses, brokerage wealth management space. You are the one who's supposed to be there. You can set up your own. I told you, financial entrepreneurs, IFAs, independent financial advisors, fintech startups. They want CFPs, AMCs, insurance companies, right? Financial coaching. Some of our friends, alumni are actually financial coaches, very leading coaches. I'll just share the names with each one of you. So career ready, right? A lot of skill sets, a lot of opportunities are available in the personal finance, in the BFSI space. Now, why study at ICFP? What is the reason? Why should you come to us and nobody else? We are the friends first and the largest education provider of FPSB. If you talk about CFP in India and you talk about people who've been like CFP pass outs for 5 years, 10 years, ICFP is the college that they know about. ICFP is part of the Bajaj Capital Group. It's Bajaj Capital, as I'm sure many of you must be aware of. It's almost a 6-decade-old financial services company, one of the oldest in the business. ICFP, friends, is the pioneers. We are the pioneers of the CFP program. We brought it to India in 2002. Our seniors actually wrote the entire content of what should be included in for CFP, which is relevant to India, right? So India focused kind of content was written by our seniors at ICFP, much long before that I joined. And then most experienced and qualified CFP faculties. Friends, we have CFAs, CFPs. I'm a CFA myself. I'm an MBA finance. We have CFPs, CFAs, chartered accountants, PhDs in economics as your leading faculties who are available here. And there are many of them our program head, Madam Madhu Sinha. She has been she is a former FPSB India director. So you just think about it. How much she understands, how does the board think? So she is one of the most people who are actually very near to understand what does the board think and how do they want to actually see this this certification go forward, right? Practicing CFPs as mentors and coaches. The board actually monitors the way we do it. There's a rigorous check on the content that we develop or we have. And there's the number of hours that we are teaching to people, 250 hours roughly, 40-50 hours is what we train for the level 1 to 4 virtual one. So they're going to monitor that as well. And the kind of a faculty that is being appointed here to train people. So of course, the largest education provider with all the with all the kind of thorough check and channel check that's happened, we are ICFP. Highest number of CFP certificates, friends. Most notable names have been ICFP alumni. I'll just share that with you. Our track record of passing, the average track record of passing of the board is around 50 to 60%, friends. Ours is 80 plus. In fact, in April 2023, our hit ratio, our passing percentage for CFP final, people who cleared CFP final was plus 90%. That's because of the years of hard work that the institute has done to provide the best of the best in terms of CFP education. I'll just go to the next slide, friends. 1 second. Yeah. Industry stalwarts from ICFP, I was saying, right? Anil Chopra ji, our Bajaj Capital's group director, he's a CFP CA from ICFP. Colonel Sanjeev Govila, he has his own firm, Hum Fauji. It's they make financial plans. They are financial planners. He's again an ICFP alumni. Suresh Sadagopan, founder of Ladder 7 Advisors, RIA Financial Planning Focus. Lavai Navlakhi, our alumni. So you can see the names. I have many more of them, friends. Gaurav Mashruwala, Dilshad Bilumoria. Madam Bilumoria has her own financial planning. Dilsner Consultants is the name of the firm based out of Bangalore. Puneet Oberoi ji works out of Delhi. Shilpi Johri, Kalpesh Ashar from Bombay. Anant Lada, please go and check these names on YouTube. Anant Lada is one of the leading coaches on finance, on money, on personal finance, on how do you save, how do you grow money. You can check about him. He's our alumni. So these are the names, these are the leading names. All the leading names in the personal finance place in India today, friends, are our alumni. So study options, friends. How can you join? And once you join, what do you have? How can you basically do this course? Friends, you can go through the virtual live classes. I went through that, whereby you have the faculty coming in the classes, and you can have your doubts sorted out. They will be training you, teaching you there and then. You have the connect. The other way is e-learning sessions, whereby you will get access to pre-recorded sessions. People who are from the industry, they have a little background. Like I had an MBA finance, somebody who's a CA or who has also got paucity of time. He can go for e-learning sessions based on his own schedule. He can design when he wants to give the exam. So it becomes much more flexible. So both have their own positives. You can decide how do you want to go for. India's, as I was saying, most comprehensive CFP study materials, friends. You will be given access to concept books, which has all the topics, all the numericals there. How do you do it? What is the process? What is the way of doing it? Workbooks to practice, to become pro at any and everything in CFP, all the modules as we discussed, right? Guest lectures are going to happen, whereby you will be given a lot of knowledge. You will get a lot of knowledge from the industry veterans. How do they practice? What do they do? What are the undercurrents that they are seeing in the industry today? Recorded lectures are being given. Once you've completed a lecture is done, you will get an access to that so that you can again multiple times go through it. I used to do it so that, I'm very thorough with each and every topic. Mock tests online, or for all levels, friends, you have mock tests. Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. So before even giving the exams, you have to go through the mock test. You have done your preparations, you go through the mock test, to get you that rigorous kind of knowledge so that you're ready for any exam, be it FPSB exam or in front of the client. Of course, our clients are actually our examiners, right? When we go and meet them, assignments, you'll be given assignments by the faculties. Doubt clearing sessions, friends. You will have doubt clearing sessions 2 weeks before the exams. Of course, you can even ask for and demand for saying that, yes, I want to have some specific session I wanted because there's certain gaps that I'm having. Fine, we are ready to give you that. Case studies for practice are also being given to you. So most comprehensive, it's been designed in a way so that all our people who are joining us and who are pursuing CFP through us are rigorous, are getting the best of the best, what is required to become a great CFP. Coming to the fees, friends, FPSB board fee, friends, is as I was saying, there are 2 pathways basically. So regular pathway, friends, is you want someone who wants to go from level 1, 2, 3, and 4, all the 4 levels. I went through regular pathway. So the FPSB registration fee is $190. It's in dollars. It's in US dollars. They've still not come to Indian rupees as of now. $195 is the registration, which is valid for 1 year. Then you have ebooks. We have to compulsory buy ebooks, which is the content of FPSB. For all these levels, all from level 1 to level 4, 4 levels, $350 is the fee. Exam fee, friends, for all levels, total for 1 to 3 level, it is $72. So, and the final one is $144. Total comes to $360. So this is for regular pathway. As I was telling you, friends, there's another quick pathway, which is known as challenge pathway. But there's a requirement of education and experience. Education, either you are a finance professional, which is a CA, CFA, or a postgraduate in finance, like an MBA in economics, commerce, finance, or financial planning from NCFM. And of course, along with that, you need experience. 3 years of prior experience is required in BFSI space, which could be banks, mutual funds, insurance. Then you can complete your CFP within 6 months and get the designation. For this, the fees is as follows. There's a validation fee where we'll check whether you should be allowed to go for this path or not, $60, which is adjustable if you get the approval. The registration and FPSB content, $370, friends. Financial plan assessment is 77. As I was telling you, right? Level 4 case study submission. So this is that financial plan. $77 for approval that they will take. And again, similar final exam, $144. So this is largely the FPSB board fee. Coming to ICFP, what do we charge you? From our side, friends, if you go for the virtual classes online, so there are two options, as I was telling you in earlier slide: virtual, which is with in front of the faculties, and e-learning, where you get the pre-recorded lectures. Of course, the faculties are same. They have done we've done the recordings in a studio, but it's just that you get the recorded lectures there, and here you have the faculties available with you. So for all the four, in case of virtual levels, total fee is 60,000. But if you pay lump sum, friends, you get a 25% roughly discount, which comes to 44,900 rupees. If you go for e-learning, whereas it is the pre-recorded lectures, the total fee for 4 levels is 44,000. But of course, if you pay lump sum, close to around 20% discount is what you get in paying lump sum, which comes to 34,900. I did a lump sum. I mean, I always thought that I have to complete this course, and why not take the benefit of them getting a discount, right? So, special offer to today. So everyone who's joined in today, you are utilizing your time. You want to hear us. So why not we give you a special offer for the day? Flat 10% discount is on the course fee for virtual, e-learning, and challenge pathway. Another thing is that you get around 14,000 ka. What we also provide you are the discount coupons on the content fee. I was telling you that it is mandatory to buy the content fee, but as a special gesture, what we do is we provide you certain discount coupons when you go and buy the content from FPSB. Then, of course, along with this, you are getting what we provide you is an NISM 5A learning videos and a stock market learning app. So these are add-ons to, maybe you want to learn more on the side of technical analysis. An app is being provided to you. You want to understand more on in-depth about how does the mutual fund distribution happen, that is being provided to you. So this is something, friends, that is the offer for the day. I hope our journey today and this presentation really added value to you. And so you can, the total discount, friends, if you do it today itself, you're getting a discount of roughly, you can save around 29,000 rupees for all the 4 things. And you can, of course, there's another way. If you don't want to pay lump sum, you can go for the interest-free student loan way, whereby you have to book your seat and then 6 easy EMIs, which can be handled and managed at our end. Some people are even doing that as well. So why are you waiting for this opportunity? This is the number here in front of you. Please call us. We are ready to take your queries, as well as eager to get you registered. So thank you so much from my side, friends. Kaneji, over to you, please.
Thank you so much, sir. So friends, if you have any question, you can raise your hands. I'll unmute you one by one. You can interact with the sir. You can ask a question. By the time, I'll also check if there is any question is unanswered in the chat box. So if you can, sir, add some glimpse on the NISM 5A certification also, because couple of questions I can see here.
NISM 5A. Okay. So friends, this is basically the mutual fund distributor course whereby you can get a license, right? Once you clear this exam. So people who want to actually start up their, as I was saying, you want to become a financial entrepreneur, right? And you do not want to go through the, you want to pursue CFP. Along with this, you are taking a license, and then you don't want to go through the RIM. So as I was discussing, this is a very good way whereby you can provide service to clients in terms of upskilling yourself, giving them valuable advice, and taking, and your revenue model is basically going to be the commissions, new as well as trail commissions that come to you. So based on investment, how much amount of investment you're doing for your clients, you can do that, right? So NISM 5A is basically for that. You have to get a license as an MFD, registered as an MFD, before you can begin your, before that companies, AMCs would not come to you. They will only, or you can always, you can communicate to them, or they will be chasing you once you clear this NISM 5A, right? So another questions, please. Paresh Shaji. I'm just taking here. Rajesh ji, bataiye please. Yes.
Yeah, so I had this one question. I wanted to check, like you told there are 4 levels, right? So
Yes, sir.
is it like two questions, like is it expected that candidates have a certain level of knowledge before they enroll for it? So for, people who have done CA, or the one who have done ICWA, things would be relatively simpler for them because they have already undergone, versus, somebody who has not have any finance background. And my second question is, see, there are 4 modules. So is it like really
10
possible
modules.
that we
10
modules?
10.
Okay.
Yes.
So how, if that can be completed like in a year's time, or is there a maximum period within which this needs to be completed, the course, once we enroll for?
Rajesh ji, answer to your first question is, 2 of my very close friends who completed CFP are engineers. No finance background.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
in fact, in some of the batches that I teach, there are many engineers these days who want to get into finance. Engineers have that background of analytical, they do analysis, right, in whatever they do, right? So that is something which really comes as a very good USP for them, right? Plus, there are so many graduates who are doing it. So it's not per se that only a CA can do it. No, that's not the case. My engineering friends are doing it. I have students who are engineers from South. Many of them are engineers who are IT engineers, and they want to learn finance. They want to get into this business line because it is attractive for them to. Right.
Okay.
And your second question, Rajesh ji, is about the 10 modules. You said the FPSB registration is valid for 1 year. So you should aim to complete, because the exams happen every month. So you should aim to complete this in 1 year. I think that's what I can tell you, right? But of course, if it stretches, you can probably stretch it as well. It happens because there can be some personal things in between. Either you are going for an offsite, or you've got some other important thing at office that you need to take out 1 or 2 months. So you can plan it out, because once you get the certification, you can pay for the certification and get it extended. So that's not a big hurdle. But yes, of course, if you target in 1 year, that's going to be great.
Thank you.
Yeah, Rajesh.
Couple of questions I can see, sir, on the
Yes,
CWM. If you can just little elaborate with me. CWM.
CWM is Certified Wealth Manager, and this is Certified Financial Planner. There are 2 things in which aspect I look at it. Friends, I personally did an evaluation. When I went for this course, when I ballparked on this course. The reason is, one is the rigorousity of the course. This is much more in-depth. This is much more broader as compared to CWM. Secondly, the validity. This course, friends, CFP designation that you get once you complete it is valid in 27 countries. You have to get it once. It's not that you have to, of course, we have to take the certification annually. I have to take that 15 CPT points. It's not that they'll come after 10 years telling me that, you have to again give it because the validity is over. No, that's not the case. I am a CFP. I'm a CFP for all the 27 countries. Of course, I might have to take, 1 or 2 exams if I go to Australia or maybe US, but it is valid. I can do practice if I want to do it. CWM does not have that geographic validity, firstly. And secondly, in terms of the course rigorousness, when I checked it, I found this one much more in-depth, much more helping me in terms of upskilling myself versus the CWM. So your choice, friends, but we should always go for something which is going to add much more value to me. Arvindji, your question on scope of CFA, CFP is, friends, Arvindji, it's a different ball game altogether. CFA, friend, Arvindji, is certified financial analyst, is for the corporate side, managing corporate finance. CFP is personal finance. So its focus is different. There you can become I am a research analyst. I have a decade's experience of being a research analyst, but I did not need to require to do a CFA. My MBA finance was okay, along with the experience I gained, right? So that is for, if you want to become an iBanker, you want to become a research analyst, you want to get into equity research. CFP is personal finance. How do you actually design, how do you manage a person's show? He might be earning, but what about his goals? What about his life? So personal finance means financial doctor, CFP. CFA is for a corporate job, right? CFP, you can set up your own shop. CFA, I don't think so. What will you do? What will you handle? I mean, can you set up your own iBank? Maybe not, right? So that's the kind of thing. So valid in NS, New Zealand and Canada, 27 countries में certification validity है. But of course, there are some local exams that you will have to clear. You will have to look at the particular respective local boards on what additional they require if you want to shift from India to New Zealand or Canada. Yes. Rayji, any other questions from your side, please?
Sir, I have requested Linga Rajesh to unmute, but yes. Yeah. Divyanshu Sharma ji, you can unmute yourself. Divyanshu ji, if you can hear me, you can unmute yourself.
We have got many questions on the chat box. I mean, if you can take that quickly, Kanhaiya ji.
Yes, sir. There are so many questions.
Yes, please.
Can I do one by one module, and what is the EMI after paying 5,000 rupees? So yes, you can do. I mean, 1, 2, and 3 level. What you can do is you can enroll with 5,000 rupees, and rest of the amount will be equally divided into 6 EMIs. So the calculation would be, what would the EMI? So Kishan, if you can calculate and press in the chat box.
Biswajit ji, Kanhaiya ji, see Biswajit ji is being connected by someone. And Paresh ji, you want details? Paresh Shah ji wants detail on his email. If
Yes,
that
sir,
can be sent
we will
across.
connect with you after the webinar, so I'll call you.
Yeah, so I'm just taking the questions. Don't worry, friends, I will take everybody's questions. Can you let us know total cost including exam fee, virtual fee? Kanhaiya ji, please Saurabh Raj ji ko bata dijiye total.
So total, I mean, with regular pathway, the fpsb board fee will come around $1,080 approx. That is approx, but also we will give you a $175 when you buy the content. So you can exclude that amount along with the training fee that we charge. So it will be around approx 1 lakh or 1,10,000 rupees.
Saurabh ji, this is the total fee of board as well as ICFP included. 1,10,000 is the total that will be costing to you. I think it's, even if you compare it, I was taking actually interviews of some people from Amity Online, and they are charging 2.5 lakhs, I think. And if I just compare the upskilling and the knowledge that I get in this is actually dirt cheap. Shrikant Modak ji is saying, I'm an MFD and HSC completed in 93. Can I apply for certification? Certainly, sir. Upskilling is the need of the day. Many of my friends who are from MFDs in Delhi are actually want to complete CFP as soon as possible because they want to increase the longevity of the clients that they stay with them. Otherwise, the clients will go to any DIY. They say, we're not getting much of value. You're saying the same old story that you were saying 10 years back, right? So Shrikant ji, it's the right time. It's actually an investment. for you. Shrikanji, it's an investment. We don't make investments on ourselves. I think it's an investment. You can look at the returns. Don't think of taking the returns in the first stage itself, but of course, the returns are going to come to you. It is value addition and an investment piece.
Rishi sir, Kunal sir
Ji.
wants to ask that if a person is working for 3 years in a treasury, how this course will help him?
Treasury as such means any corporate treasury are you working with, sir?
I think maybe yes, sir.
This is if you're working in the corporate treasury side, sir, you must be investing in a lot of products, right? Product knowledge. If you have it, good. If you don't have it, CFP can help you with that. But this course is more on personal finance. Treasury, corporate treasury, if you're making investments from them, if you can probably just speak up, that will be helpful. I can maybe be able to give you a much better answer based on that. When can this has been done? Course duration, I told you, Vaibhav Dayalji, I told you, I think it's around, it takes around 8 to 10 months, could be stretched to a year's time. But I think that's about it. But this is for the regular pathway, all the 4 levels. If you go for challenge, it's much quicker. It is only 6 months. Because you don't have to win challenge, you don't have to appear for level 1, 2, 3. You just have to submit the case study, financial plan, and then go for the final level exam.
Alok ji, you can ask your question.
Yeah. Hi, sir. Alok this side. I'm an international student pursuing my BBA from Cardiff, Mac. So
Okay.
I'm looking for an opportunity to open my own firm. Like currently, I advise many people onto investing into equity and all of that. So I just want to confirm, like this is my final year into BBA. So for getting the chartered certificate, do I need a WorkX or I will
Yes, sir.
be?
No, you need a WorkX of and BBA. No, we need for challenge pathway. You need to be either a CA or a postgraduate.
No, I'm not looking for a challenge pathway. I'm looking for a regular pathway only.
Okay.
For that, do I need a WorkX
Yes,
to
you
get
need
the
a
chartered certificate?
Yes, you need a WorkX of 3 years in the BFSI space or a 1-year articleship, supervised articleship under a CFP.
So do this institute provide the articleship opportunities?
Yes, we can help you with that.
Okay, sir. And sir, adding on to this, like I'm CFA level 1 cleared already, but I'm yet to graduate. So will that be an add-on somewhere?
You've done with your level 1 CFA, right?
Yes.
Add-on per se, in terms of your knowledge, yes, of course. Anything that you study and all the, I think the modules in level 1 CFP, some of them would be covered in CFP as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kunal, you can ask your question. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I'm working in the treasury team. I'm in a corporate role only. Basically handling vendors, reconciliations, and raising of learning something. How will it be an enhancement to my current role?
Kunalji, do you want to get into wealth management or handling? Are you good at, or maybe you want to get into managing clients? If you want to do that.
Yeah, recently I'm managing multiple vendors at my corporate only.
Okay.
Like from vendor management process till the reconciliation and payment to the vendor, I'm managing from end to end.
Kunalji, that is what you're doing right now is reconciliation. Vendor management is something which CFP will give you understanding, upskilling, knowledge of personal finance. How can you help clients? How can you advise clients? Or how can you manage the funds of clients so that they meet their financial goals of life or their life goals?
So this will be a complete new role for me.
Yes, of course, if you want to upskill yourself, you want to get into personal finance, you want to get into wealth management, you want to get into making financial plans, you want to get into portfolio management, not portfolio management, portfolio, you can, of course, you can get into that as well, into the advisory side of things.
So if I choose
banks
this
have
role,
banks, each and every bank, banks have these kind of roles. PMS, if you want to get into PMS.
okay.
So those are
So
the
if I
things.
choose this role, so the current experience which I'm having for 3 years will be nil.
Treasury, or reconciliation experience, yes, of course. I mean, that is something which I think there's a lot of scope. This course will add value. I mean, and that experience is something will not be much because they are very different fields altogether.
Correct. That's why I just want to understand whether I should
Yeah,
enroll for this course or
No.
not.
I thought maybe when you're saying treasury, I thought it is you are like in the corporate treasury, you're making investments
Correct.
for your treasury, right?
Okay.
So then, yeah, that's the way it is supposed to be.
Okay, no issue. We need to connect one-on-one session. That will be great because I need to understand more. Then only I can enroll for
Sure,
this.
sure. You can certainly do it. Please speak with
Yeah, with respect to
our
the
sales team, and
concerned
you can
team.
even, yeah, and even if you want, you can speak to me as well. No worries.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
So there's one query from D that NISM, IN, ADS versus CFP, both accepted by SEBI for advisors registrations.
Yes, CFP is certainly acceptable by the SEBI to get an RIA license. Many people are doing it, and so. But of course, you need certain. There is some mandatory requirement in terms of they need some educational qualification is required. Like you have to be either a CA postgraduate in commerce, finance, accountancy from a recognized university in India, or maybe you can even be a CFA charter holder. Minimum 5 years of experience is required if you want to register yourself as an RIA in BFSI, financial products, fund management, or asset management, portfolio management. And you need to have 5 lakhs as your net worth, which is quite possible these days.
Yes,
so I think-
Raji, you can ask your question.
यस सर, मेरा क्वेश्चन सर यही था कि जब चल CWM और CFP के बारे में
जी
जो क्या डिफरेंस रहेगा उस टाइम पे सारे बोल रहे थे।
हाँ
बस ये क्वेश्चन था, अगर ये इंश्योरेंस एडवाइजर के लिए क्या बेनिफिट रहेगा?
सर, मैंने इंश्योरेंस एडवाइजर के लिए मैंने एक तो आपको दिखाया था कि आप वर्टिकल्स ऐड कर सकते हो। आई इवन शोड यू दैट यू कैन गेट इनटू, यू कैन ऐड वर्टिकल्स। ने कि मैं सिर्फ इंश्योरेंस एडवाइस नहीं करता हूँ, मैं तो रिटायरमेंट प्लानिंग का भी मैंने ओपन कर दिया है। आई कैन हेल्प यू डू योर रिटायरमेंट। मैंने जो आपको दिखाया था, मैं वापस वो स्लाइड पे जा रहा हूँ। 1 second सर, ये वाला why am I only being an insurance advisor? Why not I can get into retirement planning, tax planning, मैं इन्वेस्टमेंट की तरफ जा सकता हूँ, मैं एस्टेट प्लानिंग में जा सकता हूँ। ये सब स्किल सेट्स आप सीखेंगे सर यहाँ पे। ये अलग से बिजनेस बन जाता है। कोई लोग स्पेसिफिक एस्टेट प्लानिंग ही करते हैं, कोई लोग सिर्फ रिटायरमेंट प्लानिंग के लिए करते हैं। सो आप यू हैव टू ऐड मोर वर्टिकल्स, राइट? मैंने यही बनाया ना, ये स्लाइड एक्चुअली सबके लिए है कि ऐड मोर वर्टिकल्स। व्हाई ओनली फोकस्ड ऑन इंश्योरेंस? व्हाई नॉट एडिंग? वन इज यू गेट अपस्किल्ड इन इंश्योरेंस में, आप समझेंगे और बातें को बहुत इन डेप्थ में जाएंगे इसमें। एंड सेकंड है, आप बहुत सारे डिफरेंट बिजनेस वर्टिकल्स को देख सकते हैं, राइट? सो प्रॉमिसिंग पोजीशन है, आप देखना चाहिए। आप देखिए, प्लीज समझिए इसको। CWM का सर मैं ऑलरेडी आपको आंसर कर चुका हूँ। आई डिड नॉट फाइंड इट वेरी रिगरस, और प्लस उसकी वैलिडिटी मुझे इतनी समझ में नहीं आई, सो मैंने दैट्स व्हाई आई जस्ट वेंट फॉर CFP.
Kiran ji, please ask your question.
Yeah. Sir, I am Kiran from Pune. So I hope there is someone from Bajaj Capital also. I mean,
we all are from Bajaj Capital itself, sir. We are a part of
no, not only from Bajaj Capital, HR team. So what I suggest is, since there is a 10% discount, so is there any provision like, there are 2 suggestions from my side. One is those who have got completed 5 years in our organization, so can we make them compulsory for them? I mean, we can give them 5-10% additional discount. That is what I have suggested to Bimla ma'am also last time. So if we give additional discount to them, so that and make them compulsory, I mean, those who are more than 5 years in the organization. First thing is that. The second thing is that in order to get more incentive for them, so whatever incentive we made in sales, basically, so from that incentive part only, if we get that amount deducted towards the CFP, okay, is that possible? And also,
Kiran ji, we can talk separately on those things.
Yeah, that is why I said, it will be okay if we, arrange a call
We will
from your
talk
side.
separately on those things.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Sure, sure, sure. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Divyansu ji, you can ask your question.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I am
Good afternoon,
Divyanshu
sir.
Sharma from Meerut.
Hanji sir, बताइए.
Sir, actually, I have done engineering, computer science engineering, my graduation, and I have done MBA in finance and marketing. Sir, my doubt is that I have 2 years of experience in HDFC AMC and 1.5 years experience in Union AMC. But the HDFC AMC experience is off-roll. So will the 3 years experience get counted, or I have to wait for 1.5 years more to apply for challenge more status?
Devanshu ji, your MBA was, you said it was marketing and finance, right?
Yes, sir.
So was it like, major in finance or major in marketing?
Some major in marketing, minor in finance.
नहीं तो sir वो भी major in marketing will not work for the challenge pathway. It has to be major in finance.
Okay, and sir, graduation plus 3 years of experience.
Graduation is a challenge. Mein you need either a post graduation or a CA, CFP. So what you can Devanshu do is just speak to Krishan ji. Krishan ji, just connect with him and aapse baat karke na, they can, if there is any doubt also, mostly I think because yours is majors in marketing, to nahi hoga challenge mein, but he can just check once and let you know more on this.
So marketing, we are not considering for the challenge.
That's what I'm saying. Na, nahi hoga.
Major in finance, then dual. Yeah.
Major in finance, right? That is what I was asking him. Na?
So, sir, I have only
You have to
opted
go.
for regular path.
Yeah, sir, I went for the Devanshu ji, baat samjhiye, dekhiye. What is the reason? See, you are an engineering, you're from an engineering background, right? So it makes very, very, very much sense for you to actually get the in-depth of all the modules, right? You should actually spend, my personal advice is you should spend more time on learning all the modules. You should go through the regular pathway only, if you ask me personally, because a lot of my friends, engineers, as well as people who are joining our batches, who are engineers, they all do regular only. उनको होता है कि यार हमें पूरा in-depth समझना है finance को, being non-finance students. So more, I mean, just a suggestion to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Ankit ji, you said, can someone tell me what's this $175 discount? So Ankit ji, when you join the CFP program, we provide you the learning content, books, everything. But at the same time, FPSB has also mandate to buy their content from FPSB website, right? So and that is chargeable. So for level 1, 2, and 3, this is $72 for each level. You have to pay to FPSB, and then $144 for the final level. What we do is we give you a 50% discount coupon code, which you can apply when you buy the content from FPSB. So it will be $36 for level 1, 2, and 3, and then $72 for level 4. That will be your that discount you can get from FPSB content. Any other questions, sir? Thank you, SD sir. Explain. I have BCom background and mutual fund distributor last year, cleared, and want to know the scope of increasing MFT business and growth. Also tell me the complete fee and duration. So sir, complete including FPSB fee for the regular pathway and our training fee, it's including both the things, it will cost you around 1 lakh to 1,10,000 rupees complete CFP program, and which you have to pay throughout the year.
Kaneji, please, Mr. K. Praveen Kumar, please share the details study fee, exam fee with him.
Yes, sir.
should
We
not
will
deny it.
connect with him
Yes.
after the webinar. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much.
All right, so sir, I cannot see any question unanswered in the chat
There are
box.
some participants have raised hands. I mean, I can just, if you can,
Yes.
please.
Prasanna ji, you
Kiran,
can unmute yourself. Yes, please go ahead, sir. Sir, you're not audible.
So we can't hear you. Can you be little near to the mic?
Yeah, is it clear now?
No, still not. A little more.
Clear now? Hello.
Anyway, you can ask your question, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, you can write your question in the chat. We will answer you. Yes, Badalji, you can. If you want to say so, say na. Yes, Badalji, say something.
Hello.
You want to speak up, sir? You can speak up. No worries, sir. हाँ बताइए sir.
Okay, sir.
हाँ जी बताइए sir.
Hello, am I audible, sir?
Your voice is lagging, but still we can understand. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. So, सर मैं हिंदी में पूछना चाहता हूँ.
हाँ प्लीज पूछिए. बिल्कुल पूछिए सर.
तो सर ये इसका CFP का जो 5 years down the line क्या उसका मतलब ट्रेंडिंग में क्या हो सकता है सर, मतलब अगर हम बात करें, क्योंकि जो कुछ भी फील्ड हो, मतलब जिस भी फील्ड में हम जाए उसका 5 years down the line मतलब आगे फ्यूचर का ट्रेंडिंग देखना चाहिए. तो इसमें CFP में क्या वो है सर उसका, अगर हम आगे की बात करें तो इसमें क्या स्कोप है
सर? आपको एक चीज मैं बता देता हूँ कि इंडिया में फाइनेंशियल इंडस्ट्री एक इंडस्ट्री है जो काफी अच्छी तरीके से ग्रो कर रही है. आपने पीछे देखा, मैंने आपको वो चार्ट दिखाया था म्यूचुअल फंड AUMs का. 6 लाख करोड़ था, हम 40 लाख करोड़ पहुंच गए और अनदर 7-8 साल में ये डबल से ज्यादा होने वाला 90 लाख करोड़. तो वो पैसा सर कहाँ से आ रहा है? दैट इज बिकॉज द एवरेज इंडियन की सर इनकम्स बढ़ रही है, बिकॉज बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटीज आ रही है, बहुत इन्वेस्टमेंट आ रहा है इंडिया में. इंडिया इज द ओनली मेजर ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी राइट. सो उसमें क्या है कि सर जो इन्वेस्टमेंट्स फाइनेंशियल स्पेस में कहाँ से आएगा? बिकॉज लोगों के पास जब अर्निंग होगी तभी तो होगा ना. और वो अर्निंग्स होंगी, वो सेंसिटाइजेशन देना हमारी ड्यूटी बनती है कि हम उनको समझाएं कि आपको इसको प्रॉपर्ली इन्वेस्ट करना है. कोविड आप देख चुके हो एक बार.
प्लानिंग करें.
बिल्कुल प्लानिंग करिए. हमें पर्सनली भी करनी है, हमें क्लाइंट्स को भी ये चीज समझानी है. और यही बेस है. आप कॉर्पोरेट में काम करना चाहते हैं, वहां भी आपको जॉब मिलेगा. आप पर्सनल अपना खुद का, मैंने आपको दिखाया कि आप अपना RIA सेटअप कर सकते हैं, MFD प्लस कर सकते हैं,
लाइसेंस मिलेगा
जी. सो वो तो उसके ऊपर है कि आप कैसे, आपका पैशन क्या है, कि आप अपना फर्म बनाना चाहते हैं, आप जॉब करना चाहते हैं, या पहले 10 साल जॉब करके एक्सपीरियंस लेना चाहते हैं, फिर आप अपना एडवाइजरी ओपन करना चाहते हैं. वो तो हमेशा रहेगा ना सर. CFP डेजिग्नेशन है, SEBI मना तो ना कर देगा आपको कि आप 10 साल बाद लाइसेंस नहीं ले सकते. कभी भी ले सकते हैं. मैं भी वेट कर रहा हूँ सर, मैं भी 10 साल के बाद ले लूंगा. अभी मैं अपना कॉर्पोरेट जॉब करना चाहता हूँ, उसके बाद सर्टनली सर ये तो ऑप्शन है मेरे पास. सो वो एक सर ये ग्रोइंग फील्ड है. फाइनेंस में आप देखिए आज की डेट में इतनी बड़ी बड़ी फर्म्स बन गई है इंडिया में. फाइनेंस में और इन्वेस्टमेंट्स में सर अभी भी कुछ नहीं है. इन्वेस्टमेंट्स नहीं होती है यहाँ पे. इंडिया में कुछ भी नहीं है. आप डेवलप्ड वर्ल्ड से कंपेयर करो. हम लोग सेव करते हैं सर. हम सेव बहुत करते हैं, इन्वेस्ट नहीं करते.
सही बात है.
सेविंग बहुत है हमारी सबकी, इन्वेस्टमेंट्स नहीं है. तो
मेरे
यही
हिसाब
सर
से
जॉब है.
ज्यादातर FD में करते हैं सर, मतलब
वही ना सर, सेविंग है ना,
इसमें ना.
इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है ना. इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है ना सर.
हाँ वही तो,
इन्फ्लेशन इतना ज्यादा
मतलब
है तो
जिसमें
रिटर्न्स
रिस्क
नहीं
ना हो
बनेंगे.
उसमें डालना पसंद करते हैं.
तो यही पॉइंट है ना कि उससे सर वो हुआ क्या कि आपका इन्फ्लेशन इतना ज्यादा है, आप एक्चुअली कुछ अर्न नहीं कर रहे हो उस पे.
हाँ बिल्कुल, उल्टा घटा रहे हो.
बिल्कुल.
अच्छा सर,
I
तो
hope-
टू बी तो इसको सर फाइनेंशियल क्या बोलते हैं फील्ड को हम मेडिकल फील्ड से कंपेयर कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि 2030 तक मेडिकल फील्ड बहुत ज्यादा ग्रो होने वाला है, तो इसमें आपको क्या
कर सकते हैं सर, बट मैं तो फाइनेंस की बात ही करूंगा क्योंकि मेडिकल फील्ड मेरा एरिया है ही नहीं स्पेशलाइजेशन का, तो मैं कुछ खास बोल नहीं पाऊंगा, बट यस आप कर सकते हैं, आप चाहेंगे। आई होप वी हैव आंसर्ड इट। देयर वाज सम कन्हैया जी कुछ और वो है वो भी थे। हाँ जी प्लीज।
Yes. Nathuram ji, please go ahead. Okay. Kiran Gaikwad. So Kiran ji has already asked. Saurabh Raj. Saurabh ji, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir.
Hi.
Yeah, my question is like I am working as a mutual fund distributor from last 3 years, independent, right? So will that counted when getting the RIA license? Because you have told that there is some requirement of experience. So will that be counted?
So वहाँ पे RIA लाइसेंस के लिए एक तो उनको पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन चाहिए, CA का डिग्री चाहिए, एंड दे ऑल्सो नीड, आपके पास एक्सपीरियंस तो है, 5 years एक्सपीरियंस तो आपका है, वो तो मैच करेगा, बट उनको पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन डिग्री तो चाहिए, और मे बी इन इकोनॉमिक्स में हो जाए या अकाउंटेंसी में हो जाए, MBA हो जाए, CA हो जाए, CFP हो जाए, सब इस तरह की कुछ उन्होंने रिक्वायरमेंट थोड़ी स्ट्रिंजेंट कर दी है। पहले 2020 के पहले नहीं थी, इतनी स्ट्रिंजेंट नहीं थी, अब थोड़ी उसको और ये चेंज करते रहते हैं टाइम टू टाइम।
और सर
बट
ये
आपका
रेगुलर,
हाँ जी, और सर आपका तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैंने आपको वो बिजनेस मॉडल दिखाया था, आपका MFD प्लस मॉडल में दिक्कत तो नहीं होनी चाहिए। आई थिंक आप वैल्यू ऐड करिए और सर्विस वर्टिकल्स ऐड करिए, क्या चैलेंज है? कुछ है ही नहीं, आपका तो सेटअप है।
जी। और सर ये रेगुलर पाथ में जो आप बोला, एक तो या तो एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए या तो CA के अंडर चाहिए, तो उसमें क्या ये एक्सपीरियंस काउंटेड होगा म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर का 3 year का, या
हाँ
फिर
जी
CA
सर
के अंडर?
नहीं होगा सर, क्योंकि आप इसमें है ना, आप मतलब आप एक्सपीरियंस BFSI में तो है ना आपका,
नहीं सर,
चैलेंज नहीं होगा
इंडिपेंडेंट वर्क कर रहा हूँ सर, मैं खुद से
हाँ सर,
handle कर रहा हूँ।
वो आपके पास ARN लाइसेंस का कुछ डिटेल तो होगा ना कि आपने कब मिला था लाइसेंस,
जी ARN लाइसेंस।
और आपका वो तो होगा ना कि आपने आप कुछ वो तो शो कर पाएंगे ना, अगर वो कुछ प्रूफ मांगते हैं कि आप कितना बिजनेस कर रहे थे या कैसा।
जी
आई थिंक
business
वो हो जाएगा सर, आई डोंट थिंक वहाँ कोई बहुत चैलेंज आना चाहिए।
ओके सर, थैंक यू, दैट वाज
बिकॉज सर MFDs को अपस्किल करना भी तो एक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है ना बोर्ड की, कि ये एक एवेन्यू भी है कि
एक्चुअली मैं अपना बिजनेस सेटअप करना चाह रहा हूँ सर, अभी ऐसे डिस्प्यूट एनालिस्ट वर्क कर रहा हूँ पेपल में, लेकिन फ्यूचर में सोच के चल रहा हूँ कि अपना एक बिजनेस सेटअप करना है, इसके लिए मैं CFP में इंटरेस्टेड हूँ।
इट्स विद द डोर्स आर ओपन, आप डिसाइड कर लीजिए। यस सर,
थैंक यू सर।
वेलकम जी।
When will the batch started, sir? So we start our batch every month, sir. You can call on this number 9711437779, and my team is there. He can help you, guide you how to take the admission and further anything which is required in terms of your classes and anything. They will support you. Rishi sir, I cannot see any question, sir. So can we wind up this session, sir?
And as if I think we've answered everyone, I think then we can rightly wrap it up. Okay.
All right. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Rishi sir, for coming and delivering such a great talk. Thank you.
Thank you, Kanayaji ji, for inviting
Thanks,
me, and
Rishi sir.
thank you so much, and thanks to all the participants to be with us and understand. After all, friends, we all are either we are students of finance or we will be students of finance. So let's get to the journey. You will have a journey, very interesting journey, and then become CFPs and just excel in all the things that you want to do. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the luck, and signing off.
Thank you, sir.